What's up? It's your boy, hey, Alias Anon, and I'm back with another video. It's been a minute, I know. We'll save all those reasons for the end of the video. But it's good to see y'all. It's good to talk to y'all. You know, you will still be able to see me and talk to me if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Or if you subscribe right now. Oh, that's not a choice. Subscribe, bro. It's right there. Just click the. It's what I say. Well, today's video, as you can see in the title, is how I almost became a dad from DoorDash. I don't know what you were thinking about, but it's not what you're thinking about, okay, sir? So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we get started, I do want you to understand my location and where I was. That's the same thing. I want you to understand where I was. I was in St. Petersburg, Florida, while still on college campus, okay? And DoorDash was already something I've been doing back home, and it proved to be lucrative in this area, very busy area. So, I go get this order, and I'm getting it from this place called Tijuana Flats. I get the order, and everything looks fine. I'm checking the bag, I'm good. I get in the car, I put the bag in the car, because I can't leave the food, obviously. And I start heading to this woman's house. So I arrive to this woman's house, and I'm ready to go deliver her food. Her Tijuana Flats. TF? Her TFs. Because the are you doing this to me for? I get to this woman's house, and I put my car and park in the driveway so I can back out easily. And pause. Before I continue the story, I would like to say how deep in this neighborhood this woman lived. Like...
Look, I'm just gonna have to cut myself off here, because the analogies I proceed to make are so trash they cannot be allowed to air on this channel. With that being said, this woman's house was so deep in our neighborhood, it was like trying to find the end of the hyperbolic time chamber. This woman's house is so deep in our neighborhood, it's like trying to find the end of Kim Kardashian's. This woman's house is so deep in our neighborhood, it felt like if I went to our neighborhood, I went to the edge of Narnia. Do you understand? I need you to know that I drove and wasted a half a tank of gas getting to this woman's house in our neighborhood alone. Ugh.
So I get to this woman's house, get in her little driveway. Good looking house, not gonna lie, it's a good looking house. So I go to her front door to, give her food. I pick up my bag, open my car, put on my DoorDash mask. Going to say that again. I put on my DoorDash mask, and I walk to this woman's door. As I get to her door, I start knocking, right? From this point on, she opens the door, and I'm like, DoorDash. I say it, because I have to. I say, DoorDash, your food is here. And she looks at me and she says, oh, hold on. I say, okay, maybe she's going to get my tip. So she closes the front door, goes around, and I'm waiting there for a solid 5 minutes or so. And I'm just like, this tip better be worth it, or I'm gonna quit. All of a sudden, while I'm chilling there, rocking, waiting for my tip,
Pause.
she opens the garage. I'm like, okay, you could have came back to the front door or let me know that you were going to the garage, but oh well, it is what it is. And I turn away to go walk towards the garage, which is, my car was parked right in front of the garage. As I do this, she comes out with a bag and a kid next to her. Now, I've already delivered at a lot of places at this point, so kids being out there while I'm making the delivery is not something uncommon. Sometimes the kids grab the food and give the tip. Maybe she was trying to teach her son, courtesy or restaurant behavior. I don't know. But I started picturing things a little bit clearer. This woman is a Latino woman. This baby is black. And I don't mean like black. I mean black. I mean the back of my phone case, if you guys could see it. I mean dark. I mean the TV when it's turned off. I mean me. But if I was completely shaded... Basically, all I'm saying is these two people do not look alike at all. There is no semblance unless that father is just carbon copied and her genes were just irrelevant. So I'm looking at her like, this don't make sense, okay? So I'm prepared to give her food and receive my tip. So I'm planning to receive my tip first. So I put out my hand to receive my tip. And as I do that, I kind of close my eyes. I don't know why. I just close my eyes a little bit. I don't know, to seem more endearing. And when I do that, I feel a weight in my hand. And it shakes my hand a little bit down. I'm like, okay. And I open my eyes, because in my head, I'm like, she just gave me $1,000 and tried to surprise your boy. I'm finna be eating. I open my eyes. It's a Lightning McQueen book bag. Now, unless it's got cash in it, we got a problem. So she gives me this bag, and she pushes the kid towards me. Remind you, I have on a DoorDash mask. What else do you think I'm here for? But I haven't said anything yet because I'm over here still confused and dazed. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of frozen solid at this point. She gives me the kid. She starts running down the directions and things that she's been through today. And she's like, he's been really good today. He did everything he was supposed to. We drew today. We did some different things. We did some activities. All right, we did some activities, right? He starts talking back to her. Yeah, we did some activities. Meanwhile, I'm just looking at her like, I'm DoorDash. I haven't said this yet though, because I'm still kind of frozen stuck, because I'm confused at why I have a Lightning McQueen book bag in my hand. She pushes the baby towards me. And when I say baby, I mean a 4 or 5-year-old child, but hey, you baby, you a baby. And this child comes to me, and he looks up, and just accepts me as his dad. Like, no other questions, not like, this ain't my dad, or like, this, I don't know this man, or this is a stranger. He just looked up and said, yeah, that's my dad. And he clutched my shin. I mean, like a clutch to the shin. Like my thigh bone connected to my knee bone. Like, clutched my shin. Like, he's gripping my leg now. And I'm like, okay, I have adopted a baby monkey. I didn't know of it. That, somebody gonna call me Freeza in the comments. Anyway, so now this kid has, like, adopted my shin. It's its father. Yes, adopted my shin. He's adopting me at this point. I didn't sign up for this. So I'm still standing here, food in my hand, DoorDash mask on my face. I still haven't said a word. I'm not gonna lie. This is slightly on my fault. And so the kid lets go of my leg and starts heading towards the passenger side door of my car. And I haven't said anything because at this point, I'm trying to see how far this lady gonna let this go. Because at this point, I'm ready to be a kidnapper. FBI, open up! I'm gonna just blame it on her. Because what can I do now? Like, she's giving me all the bags. She's giving me the kid. What can I do? As this kid starts heading towards the door, you can see like all the color just drain from her face as she realizes, I'm not this kid's father. Notice that I said I'm not this kid's father. And not the fact that I'm DoorDash bringing her food. This makes no sense. And like, she just looks at me blankly, and I look back at her. I haven't said anything this whole time. And this is like a 5-10 minute period of her trying to, give me a child and force me to become a man. She stares at me, and she's just like, is that your kid? No, that is not my son. And she says, oh God. And I just kind of look at her, and I just hand back her the Lightning McQueen book bag. And she takes she snatched the book bag, and she starts getting mad at me. Like, she starts getting mad at me a little bit. Like, she gives me the face like, why didn't you stop me? No, why did you give me a kid? This is not my responsibility. This is you. So then she goes and snatches the kid up from the door and pulls him back to her. And she says, what are you doing here? Well, if you couldn't tell from my mask and the Tawana Flats or TFs, or the are you acting like I didn't do this? This is my job. I bring you food. Did you not make an order? She's like, oh, ay, Dios mío. Okay, that's not what she did. I'm going to jail. She's like, I did make an order for Tawana Flats. Yeah, you did. I'm bringing you your food. I gave the lady her food like my job was supposed to. And she kind of looked at me with that same look that I talked to you about earlier. That grimy look like this is my fault. That, thank you. I don't get an attitude with me. She said she apologized, but she apologized with a mean face to the point where she really wanted me to apologize, but was apologizing so that I would apologize. But I wasn't finna apologize because what do I have to apologize for? And it turns out that she was a babysitter. So you just giving people's kids away? The guy at the door is black, aren't you? You. This is baby. Like, that's what you do? You just get the kid and then you give kid to first male you see. I can't make this up. After she tells me that she's a babysitter, the only thing that I could think of was, imagine if your kid was just kidnapped because your babysitter gave your baby away.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
So I gave her food, and she goes back in the house. I stand there because I'm expecting a tip at this point. You almost gave me a kid. The least you could do is give me a $5, $10 tip right now in cash, lay it on me. And she never came back out. She closed the garage and just took the food and left. How dare you? How dare you think? You almost give me a kid and then don't even give me a tip after I give you your food. I should have called Child Protective Services on you. Anyway, after that was said and done, I got in my car and left. And I was just thinking about the situation, like I almost became a father. And that baby must be going through something to just immediately just assume me as his dad and be okay with it. He didn't say that's not my father or nothing. This is 4-5. This is not like 2-3. This is 4-5. This is, you can say no dad, no mom, no. That nigga not my father. So I think the baby's at the most fault here. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that, because honestly, if I would have took the baby home or to my dorm and the police came to me, I would have just been like, this was my tip. She gave me a kid. Maybe that's what I should have did. Maybe if she would have maybe for not giving me a tip, I should have just took the kid myself. Like, I should have just took the kid anyway. Just been like, I'm gonna hold this hostage and you give me $5 for your Tawana Flats order. FBI, open up! So that's the end of the video. Ooh, it was an interesting one. And I've been gone because finals kicked my butt. Up and down that college campus, bro. But let me know what you thought in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at alias_9 and TikTok at alias_916 and alias_9 out.